What's the challenge going up against that squad?
The challenge is just, first of all, we need to get the run game going. So you said they leading run defense. So just come out there and play. We know it's gonna be a physical game up front. There are a lot of read techniques up front. So just getting the ball north and south, downhill, running at them. We got to win.
You mentioned getting the run game going. What are some of the things you guys are trying to play around with to try and figure out how to jumpstart it?
Simplifying and taking out. Really just going back to our bread and butters, what's worked for us in the past and what we've been really good at. So just sticking to that, and, getting more of the same runs called consistent, and just going at the defense. We got to win.
What about you individually? How do you feel so far, and what do you think could help unlock your run game?
Definitely feel like this year has been we're a little behind. We're only 2 games in, but definitely been behind. Definitely left some plays out there, and it's more to be made out there. So just got to get it going and take it game by game.
Mike talked about the timing with the blocking. Can you expound more about get the timing and with the running game with the blocking?
Yeah, that was as far as us pressing our tracks, keeping it pressing, getting the linebackers to flow. Maybe if it's like another step or two, just something like that to help the blocks be set better for the linemen up front. I think we've been pressing it, cutting it back a little too early on some runs, but that's what it's all about.
Coach talked about September football not necessarily being about the result of the process. What is your mindset towards September football?
The same, like you said. We come out here as unscouted looks. Like we're only 2 games in, so it's the beginning of the season. And you know you're going to have mistakes and things like that in September. Just got to clean them up and continue to build on them and to get better as we go.
What's the challenge or adjustment to try and get used to the running back committee style and find your flow within that setup?
Like you said, got to find your flow and just get a rhythm. I think that's been a challenge for us in the backfield, just getting a rhythm and getting those backs at the plate. We fell behind early last week, and then Cleveland. We haven't really played a full 4 quarters yet of football when we've been able to run the ball. So just getting the backs at the plate and more attempts and more looks. Sticking to it.
Is it hard to get a rhythm though when you're in and out? Though? I mean, because you kind of see how the defense is going, how it's playing you, but when you're in and out, it's hard to do that.
Yeah, for sure. As a running back, I think that's one of those things that come with attempts during the game. So, like you said, in and out, it's definitely a little harder to get a rhythm, but you still got to make the plays when they're out there. So,
you press though, because I'm not going to be out there, so I got to make the most of my opportunities.
I think sometimes they talk to us about that too, just taking it play by play, not pressing, because you're only going in, like you said, not being able to get that rhythm. So I think it was a little bit of that, pressing, just trying to make a play. Like you said, we got to take it one play at a time, and I think everything will come along well.
Like you talked about when getting into the flow, I mean, it's a different. There were kind of like more defined roles in the past. Do you just have to say it is going to be different this year? This is what it is, and this is how we're work somehow.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's for sure. That's what Coach McCarthy said. Talking about the committee approach. Yeah, he said that's what it is this year. Just trying to have a fresh back out there at all times, and yeah, that's pretty much what it is. It's gonna be the committee, and we're gonna stick with it. Try and keep us. I think it's gonna help us at the end of the season more so, not wearing a guy out through the season and being fresher at the end of the season. So that's one of the main things.
Until you find that identity early, it's
yes,
as a group, it's a little hard early, right?
Right.
Better luck, deeply harder early in some ways.
Right, like you said, we early on in the season. I think everything will work itself out though.
We know your story, obviously, the first few years as a pro. You didn't really get a lot of time on the field with injuries and whatnot. What's been your mentality about hoping to find that breakthrough here in this season?
Just make the most of each and every opportunity that I get when I go out there on the field. That's what I'm trying to do, and just trying to be better than last year. Because last year was my first time really playing on offense. Just trying to be better and produce and help the team win. That's my main thing.
Is there something that kind of tells you you're close to that breakout?
Yeah, I think a couple of my runs, we've been like one block or one cut, one missed tackle away. So I definitely know it's coming. I mean, you can't press it. I think it's coming. It's just a matter of when it comes at this point.